time is 3 o'clock on this Wednesday afternoon, May 31st, 2017. It's time now for the Peter Channel 3 o'clock news on this late Wednesday afternoon, May 31st, 2017. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Peter J. Wiggins. It's 3 o'clock. Get our top story of the Peter Channel 3 o'clock news on this Wednesday. Late afternoon is President Trump is doing the final decision whether to withdraw from the Paris Climate Agreement, with one White House official saying Wednesday that the president leaning toward it, except that the three others cautioned. When President Trump posted a bill on presidential retreat, Marion Moritz retreated the definition of during the presidential campaign. Trump said it was a great honor to win the February 2016 debate. Fired FBI Director James Comey plans to testify publicly at the Senate as early the next week to confirm bombshell accusations that President Trump pressured him to end his investigation of the top Trump state that ties to Russia, source said. Kathy Griffin's video holding what it was meant to be a Donald Trump silverhead made the presidency and as a common note to embrace a brand of human not only as White House better, but lost her job as a New Year's Eve host at CNN. President Ashraf Ghani of Afghanistan has condemned the massive bomb attack in Kabul, which killed at least 90 people as cowardly attack. The Trump administration is poised to make changes to Obamacare's birth control coverage mandated by granted broad exemptions of employees that objects of religious moral grounds a move that would impact thousands of women who currently get. Washington, a U.S. interceptor squad directed and appeared to result in the complete elimination of all Guido head over the Pacific Ocean, what the Pentagon said Wednesday was a realistic test that mirrored a missile threat from North Korea. Family President that's Chelsea Clinton, the vulgar speech on Wednesday for criticism remarks we made last week about rape. Jeremy Corbyn is singing about a BBC general election debate where the leading figures from 6 other parties. Theresa May is not up to not to appear with the Home Security. Amaranth represented the Conservatives. Hong Kong activists investigated a company that manufactures shoes by Michael Trump of Western brands has been detained by police in China and the two of his colleagues remain accounted for. Washington, a Pennsylvania man's arrested at Trump assault cell. Rifle and handgun were found. Massive vehicle fire closed Interstate 25 at Denver Tech Center, Colorado. Fire spread to both sides. JetBlue Airways will be the first airline that takes facial recognition systems when passengers at Logan Airport in June as part of the broader rollout of the NASA technology at U.S. airports. Exxon shareholders approved climate impact winning activists. Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia Airlines flight from Melbourne to Kuala Lumpur returned to Austin Airport shortly after takeoff on Wednesday after a passenger attempted to enter the cockpit, the airline said. Circulating in Hollywood movies, a South Korean television drama that may be sponsored by a death in North Korea. A South Korean flight attendant has been suspended after anonymous reports alleged the Asians. Airlines employee took her daughter to crew rest compartment. Russia's Ministry of Foreign Affairs on Wednesday said it ordered exposure to 5 multiple diplomats and technical response to the move by Moldova. Engineers are tested in water flows to find out the model or real dam spillway ensure America's tall dam can withstand surges that damaged it earlier. At least 12 cases of dog flu have been reported in Florida. The first time an influenza case has been confirmed in the state. The head of the Department of Veterans Affairs is open to expand the use of the medical marijuana to treat soldiers with PTSD. Amazon began offering refunds of $70 million to consumers for unauthorized purchases made by their children using an app. Looking at stock now, that 36.11 points of trade out to 993.36. SP 5 down 3.35 points of 24.56, and NASDAQ down 3.99 points at 187.20. NASA's upcoming sun study mission, which will come much closer to Earth's star than any spacecraft history, would be named the Pucker Solar Probe. Asian fish flows that today. If it collects more than a small enough bond with it gets harder and harder to escape from the gravitational pull. Cape Canaveral, Florida. SpaceX is taking the risk to a whole new realm all the way to orbit on this way to supply to run in the International Space Station. SpaceX will launch a Dragon capsule that's already traveled there. A drug bearer accused by Ohio Attorney General of promotion of opiates in his lawsuit is completely and factually unfounded, with clever chemical tricks that will case Dole. Animated the three lethal bullets of Sunday. They'll inspect her and given the illness of one nasty concussion. A Spirit Airlines flight and his wife died of overdose of cocaine and Carrot Patel at drugstore in Pelham is primarily used to tranquilize rhinos and elephants in the coroner's office in Montgomery County, Ohio, confirmed on Tuesday. Peter Chelanusan, 306 on this Wednesday afternoon, and it's 7 for Sports Report. Boston Red Sox will be taking out Chicago White Sox game time, 8:10 p.m. at Comiskey Park. No matter what happens in the NBA Finals, which started Thursday at Oracle Arena, we know that it will be out. It's supposed to be an urgent to play, the meaning from the games that open come down to the simple question of which team to execute. Los Angeles police were called Wednesday to belong to Cavaliers. Cleveland Cavaliers star LeBron James investigated racial slurs painted the gate. Major League Baseball reduces suspension Washington National slugger Bryce Harper provided one game source confirmed to ESPN on Wednesday. Peter Chelanusan, 306 on this Wednesday afternoon. It's time now for traveling to the block. Let's study our favorite where the last person modeled 7 laser disabled train at South Station. Commuter Rail, Western Train 518, 1:55 p.m. minimum operating near skill between Grafton and South Station. Middlebury Lake Train 015, 2:10 p.m. from South Station is operated 5:50 late between Montel and Middlebury Lakeville. And the ferries there are looking good. Alright, looking at the miles and byways of New England, 95 northbound side, so between Greenwich and New Haven, 95 to the southbound side, so between New Haven and Greenwich stretches. Merritt Parkway eastbound side, also Bridgeport. I-84 eastbound side, also on Waterbury stretch. 691 on westbound side, also I-91 and Maryland, Connecticut. 95 on the southbound side, also New London, Connecticut. 91 the northbound side, also after I-84 Hartford, Connecticut. 84 eastbound side, also at Hartford, Connecticut. 91 on the southbound side, between the Mass Packet 57 and Springfield. Mass Packet westbound side, also Westfield stretch. 290 on westbound side, also around Route 192, Route 90 Mass Pike in Western. 95 of the southbound side, so between Edinburgh and downtown Providence. 95 both back to the downtown Providence. 610 connector slow between 95 and Creston and downtown Providence. 146 southbound, so between 50 and 95 downtown Providence. Route 6 slow both ends between Dennis and Chatham on the Cape, and Route 3 is both ends back to Braintree Spreads in the southbound side, back to all the way out to 220 Rockland, 120 on the northbound side, so between the split and 24 in Canton and Hibritz again. On 120 southbound side, so between Route 2 in Lexington and Needham. 120 in the northbound side, between Troy and Waltham. All the way to Route 3 in Burlington. 7 Expressway, both ends back to Mass Park down at Braintree Split. Mass Park westbound side, also Newton Stretch. 93 both ends back to downtown Boston. 93 on the northbound side, slow all the way from Boston to the New Hampshire, Massachusetts border. 120 slow after Route 95 in the Peterborough Denver stretch. Route 1 on the northbound side, it is slow from the river stretch all the way up to Saugus. I-89 on the southbound side, it is slow around Sharon, Vermont. Interstate 93 on the northbound side, also at Lincoln, Hampshire. Interstate 89 on the northbound side, also between Burlington, Vermont, all the way up to the St. Albans. I-89 southbound side, also between the Canadian-U.S. border, all the way up to Burlington, and I-91 on the southbound side, also after the Canadian with upstate Vermont. All the way 15 slow on both ends of Southern Quebec. Interstate 87 slow around Route 11 up in Champlain, New York. Interstate 87 on the northbound side, also at Plattsburgh, New York. Peter Chelanusan, 309 on. Time now for a weather report. And take a look at radar, and it shows a lot of showers and thunderstorms around the Cape Downs and heavy bend rain showers north of Yarmouth and Off East Ham and Chatham and heavy bend the rain showers by Woodsall. And raining around Carver and Plymouth and around Middleburg. Heavy bend the rain showers east of Cairo, New York, and raining around east of Wackerman, Vermont, and stretching away line from east also direction of the West Salisbury, New Hampshire. But this is line of showers and storms stretching from east of Wheaton, Quebec, all the way up to the northwestern Vermont, including Burlington and upstate New York and Plattsburgh. And a line of heavy showers and storms stretching from Onion, New York, down to western New York and northern Pennsylvania and western Pennsylvania, northwestern Pittsburgh, and line of rain showers and storms stretching off the mid-Maine coast of western West Coast off the southern portions of New Brunswick, and popcorn cluster showers and thunderstorms from Quebec and eastern Ontario, and stretching all the way down to east central and southwestern Ohio, and eastern Kentucky and West Virginia, and western North Carolina. Okay! We got a severe thunderstorm watch until 9 p.m. for central and western Massachusetts, up north central and northwestern Connecticut, eastern New York, Vermont, and New Hampshire, except the New Hampshire sea coast and northwestern Maine. And we got a severe thunderstorm warning for northeastern Essex County has been canceled, and a severe thunderstorm warning is effective until 3:15 p.m. for south central Grand Island and Chittenden counties up in Vermont at 2:54 p.m. A severe thunderstorm was located with a close chest of moving east at 30 miles an hour, hazard 60 mile per hour wind gusts and penny size hail. Radar indicated impact expected damage to trees and power lines, and location impacted include Essex Junction, South Burlington, Burlington National Airport, Burlington, Winooski, Westburg, Colchester, Essex Junction Village, Wellston, Bolton, Richmond, Underhill, Jericho, St. George, Essex, Jericho Village, Underhill State Park, Shelburne, South Vero, and Milton. Fire protection moved to the interior room in the lowest floor of the building. And looking at the latest line of showers and thunderstorms stretching in the line from St. Albans in upstate Vermont all the way down from Burlington around Shelburne around New York City around West Burton Paradox and Aaron Wanda. Okay! 7-8 forecast goes like this. This afternoon, scattershot thunderstorm before 4 p.m. The thunderstorms after 4 p.m. Most of the clouds got about 71 degrees. Light south wind, anticipation 30%. New rain spots less than 10 minutes. High amounts possible thunderstorms for tonight. Assay shot between 7 p.m. and 1 a.m. Light spark up to 3 a.m. Otherwise, mostly clouds got low about 55 degrees. Light southwest wind, anticipation 20%. Thursday, chance shot between 7 a.m. and 4 p.m. Punch before 9 a.m. was Putty says come at 75 degrees. Light southwest wind coming westward. 5 at 10 miles in the morning, anticipation 30%. Thursday night, mostly crisp about 30 degrees. West about 5 at 9 miles coming light after midnight. Friday, chance shot between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. Mostly south about 3 degrees. Southwest about 3 to 8 miles an hour, anticipation 30%. Friday night, chance shot being after 7 p.m. Mostly clouds about 32 degrees and anticipation 40%. Saturday, Putty Saturday forecast about 71 about 51 degrees. For Sunday, jet rain after 10 a.m. Putty Saturday, mostly clouds about 61 about 52 degrees and anticipation 45%. Monday, church rain, mostly clouds, but 64 about 51 degrees at anticipation 35%. Tuesday, church rain, mostly clouds, but 63 about 30 degrees at anticipation 35%. And for Wednesday, Putty says got about 65 degrees. And currently in Taunton, it's overcast at 67. In Naughton, it's overcast at it is 71. And in Mansfield, it's overcast at it is 71. And that's going to be for the Peter Channel. 3 o'clock news on this May 31st, 2017 on a Wednesday afternoon, 9 p.m. Good afternoon, good evening, positive to you for a late hour report. Hope you all have a good evening.